Hello and welcome back to another week here at Knick-Knack Kitchen, where today we are making hot chocolate bombs or hot cocoa bombs. Now these were the complete rage about a few months back, and hot chocolate isn't necessarily one of my favorite drinks, and accordingly it took me some time to get used to this. But the results were so amazing, I couldn't help myself but to make this video. I really hope that you enjoy this just as much as I did. And with all that being said, let's just dive into this video and see how we make it. So to make these chocolate bombs, I'm using compound chocolate, and that's because it's very easy to work with. You don't need to temper it, all you need to do is just melt it, which you can do over a double boiler or a microwave. I did that in a microwave, and now I'm just going to directly transfer the chocolate to my mold. I'm using a silicone mold because it's very inexpensive and it's very easy to work with. So we're just going to put about a teaspoon of the chocolate and start spreading it out completely in the mold. Now if you have a paintbrush, that will make this job a whole lot easier, but if you don't, then you can certainly use the back of a spoon as I am doing so over here. Make sure you coat the sides properly because that's why the dome generally tends to be very thin. So after letting it sit for about 5 minutes, we're just going to put a little more chocolate if it's not enough. And now we're just going to again coat this as evenly as we possibly can. And after that, we're going to go ahead and let this sit in the refrigerator for about 5 to 10 minutes. That's all it takes. Compound chocolate really firms up very quickly. So now we're just going to take these out of the mold ever so gingerly. If you're using a silicone mold, this will be very easy. And one thing which I'll very quickly mention is that if you don't have even edges, that's totally fine. You don't need to worry. We're just going to place this out on a wire rack and I'll show you how to work around it. The only thing you need to be careful about is not to break these domes because that way your hot chocolate bombs will end up collapsing. So once all of our domes are out on a wire rack, we're going to move ahead to the assembly. And here I have a shop bought hot chocolate mix, but in case you don't want to buy that, I totally understand. I have a recipe for a homemade alternative which is absolutely delicious. It's in the description box below. All you need to do is stir those ingredients together, and that's the only reason I did not show it on camera. And now we're going to go ahead and add some marshmallows. Mini marshmallows are the best option. I could not get them and I thought these were small enough for my dome, so that's what I'm going with. Now for the first method, I'm just using some melted chocolate, and now I'm going to dip one half of the dome in the melted chocolate, and then I'm going to directly place this on our laid out dome. And all we have to do is just attach this together. There'll be some excess chocolate, just wipe it with your finger, and that also helps seal off your dome. Since it's compound chocolate, it will firm up very quickly. It only takes a couple of minutes to firm up. I'm going to do this one more time, and like I said, all you need to do is just place this gingerly, certainly, and then again, if there's any excess chocolate, just wipe it off. You'll not be able to notice it. We'll eventually decorate it. And now for the second method, which is the more commonly used method, you need a hot surface. You can use a frying pan if you want, which has been on the stove top. I'm using a preheated pie base. All you do is place one half of the dome on that hot surface. The chocolate on the edges will melt, and then you place it on your laid out dome. Now we're going to let this sit for a couple of minutes and it will firm up. This is certainly a lot less messy and it can be very effective, but if you have uneven edges, you might have some noticeable gaps in your spheres. And we can certainly work around that. I'm just going to show you in a moment how to fill those gaps up. So if you have any little gaps, all you need to do is use some of the excess melted chocolate and then just pipe it around the edges. And if you don't have a piping bag, you can do this certainly with a spoon as well. It's all going to eventually look very pretty, so you don't need to worry about the edges. Now here I have a bigger gap, but then again, a little bit of melted chocolate goes a long way. Now it's perfectly sealed and it's going to be absolutely amazing. So although our domes are essentially done, we just are going to decorate this, and here I have some melted white chocolate, and if you're wondering what I'm doing, you're not alone. I actually have no idea myself. I just ended up squiggling a whole lot of white chocolate and there's no real pattern over there. I ended up covering it up with a whole lot of colorful sprinkles as well, because I just felt like that pop of color is what really made these chocolate bombs stand out. So here you have my hot chocolate bombs. I think they look absolutely amazing. No thanks to my piping skills, but mostly because of the sprinkles. So you can decorate them whichever way you like. These are going to be absolutely amazing. But now, moving on to the important part, let's see how these fare when we add some milk to them. So here I'm using a bowl, mostly because I feel that this just gives a better view of the magic and the appeal of these chocolate bombs. It's just so wholesome and very satisfying to look at. I can just watch this all day, and once you give this a stir, it's absolutely delicious as well. So I guess all that's really left to say is that I hope you give this a try. I'm gonna make myself another cup of hot chocolate. It's just so delicious. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, then please do give a like, do share and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as always, thank you so very much for watching, and I'm gonna see you next week.